Welcome to Make a Difference with Phil Martelli. He is Phil Martelli. I am Jared Phillips, and we've got the show back on the road again. We're at the TGR Learning Lab here at Cobb Creek Golf Course, a absolutely beautiful, beautiful facility facilitated by the Tiger Woods Foundation. It is a pretty impressive space they've got here.
Just a tour, the inside tour, and the vision that they have, we're in a good place. We're in a really good place. And for the idea of transforming this area of Philadelphia, we've had a lot of great guests that talk about their areas. Achievability comes to mind. Shoot basketballs, not people. They're doing great things. Add this to the list. And when we get to the guest segment today, really put your seatbelt on, because the energy that's going to come through is going to get you out there doing something to make a difference. But even bigger than that, as I thought about preparing for today's podcast, I thought about the idea of being a lifelong learner. You know, some can get long in the tooth like myself. Some can be young, energetic, like yourself, the young people that are touring this building. And I thought to send out a message to everybody. If every day you can evaluate yourself as a student and as a teacher, I don't care your station in life. I think that all of us get opportunities every day to learn something new. As long as you're open to it, open in your heart, open in your mind, your eyes are open, heart is open, to make sure that you pick up that nugget. And then at the same time, can you teach? There's somebody out there. Certainly young people are much more technologically advanced than I would ever imagine, my generation would ever imagine. And they have information at their fingertip, information that they can share. They also, young people, I believe, are much more agreeable to embracing the fringes, right? When you talk about, in today's world, the political discourse, it's always the older people that are not as embracing, not as willing to give. Young people, they look at others, they don't see differences, they seek similarities. And I salute young people, and I would pledge to everybody out there that I want to be a lifelong learner. And I hope that everybody out there does. And in this setting, and with our guest today, you're going to learn. And then I'm going to ask you, before you put your head on the pillow each night, think about these two questions. Whom did I teach? What did I learn? Have a full day. Be a student, be a teacher every day.
It's in the name here, the Learning Lab, right? And there's, I mean, this place is already crawling with young folks looking to learn in a variety of aspects. Golf, obviously, a big part of that, but we're going to learn about how there's so much more to it with this place. But before we get to that terrific guest,
and the environment, you can feel it. You can really feel like there's a lot going on, and not just like construction or the outside and saying, "Oh my goodness, they're going to open a par 3 course." No, there's a lot of teaching and a lot of learning, and it's in the noise in the building. Fabulous place so far.
But before we get there, we got to get to that.
Oh, the Martelli Minute.
Yeah.
Every morning,
6:30 on Instagram at Phil_Martelli.
But I have to admit, I think I missed last Tuesday. I don't know how that happened. I'm trying to go back into my head as to what I was doing. But when I went to my phone to retrieve this week's Martelli Minute, brought to you by Status Solutions.
That's right.
What Status Solutions doing? A lot like the foundation here. They're trying to bring safety to our school children so that they can learn.
My question is there a Martelli Minute for accountability? Because you're holding yourself accountable for missing last Tuesday.
I'm very disappointed. And I have to talk to my daughter to say, why didn't you send me a panic note at 7:30 if it wasn't there at 6:30? But here we go. Quiet a noisy world by reading every day. We get these phones and we forget about the actual the touching of a book. So quiet and noisy world by reading every day. Thank you is the most powerful statement that you own. And we all own it. And we get it every day to own it. Unleash it, please. Unleash it. Failures and disappointments will make you a better person, so long as you allow them to. Oftentimes people curl up when they fail or they disappoint, and they don't really become a better person because they failed or disappointed. Stay true to yourself, because if you try to be who you aren't, you will never be able to be who you are. Stay true to yourself. Don't be out there faking it, thinking I'm fake it, I'll make it. No, because you'll never get back to who you truly are. Use today's work to strengthen your purpose and vision for tomorrow. What you do today will come to light tomorrow. But how you stay strong in doing your work. And then the last one, will is greater than can. It's a stronger commitment. We're here at a golf center, and I could say, yeah, I can golf tomorrow if someone was to ask me. Or I can meet you on Saturday if someone was to ask me. Doesn't mean I will. I can. I'm able to. But I will is significant in stating what will be accomplished. I will get my Martelli minute every day at 6:30. I will. Not I can, but I will. So as you go through your day, as you go through your relationships, think about will over can. Status Solutions.
The Martelli Minute.
And the Martelli Minute.
Every morning, 6:30 a.m. on Instagram.
Except last
Phil
Tuesday,
__ Martelli.
A bit disappointing.
Well, you learn from it and you move on, right?
I'm moving on. It won't happen again.
Well, let's move on to this terrific guest that we have here coming up here at
This is going to be
TGR Learning Lab.
This is going to be really, really, really something. And her intro, I had to go out and get help for her intro because she's done so much at such a young age. She's having such an impact. Jared, we always try with the guest segment to outdo the previous 53 weeks, right? 53 guests.
Mm-hmm.
This is our 54th guest. Well, I do know this. I know that educationally, we've had some superstars. Myself, I own 4 PhDs. We leave out honorary in any way, shape, or form. But there's nobody that is above our guest today. Let me just rattle this off. And don't get nervous, right? Graduate of Lower Merion High School, right? Graduate Haverford College. Like a hidden gem in the Philadelphia area is that we have 3 Ivy institutions, University of Pennsylvania, Swarthmore, and Haverford. Okay, think about that one. A master's, not just an average master's, but a master's from Columbia. And a PhD from Penn, like a real PhD, not a talking PhD like mine are. A Lindback Award winner as a distinguished principal. Neubauer Fellow, Executive Director at TGR Learning Lab at Cobb's Creek. But here's what got me. When introduced, they said, provides youth with access and opportunities. That's make a difference. That's exactly what we're doing. So then I had to go out and I had to solicit quotes from 2 of the finest men that I know. Don DeJulia. What did he say about our guest today? Inspiring personality, driven, welcoming, caring, collaborative. Dr. Jim Johnson, a PhD from Penn, and a friend for, it's probably has to be close to 40 years now. Visionary, able to determine the goals and needs of an organization, motivate her team to reach the goals and address the needs. Caretaker, deep concern for everyone, make a difference. And then this one, dedicated, will outwork everyone and anyone who is smart enough to tune into your podcast. Let's welcome Meredith Foote.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm honored to be here today. What a welcome. Don DeJulia, the Godfather,
That's it.
is unbelievable, and I'm so grateful for that. And Dr. Johnson, such a blessing. So, yeah, I'm so happy both of you are here and excited to talk to you and learn more from the legend himself.
Wow.
Phil Martelli.
I appreciate that. So, Meredith, there's highlights there. How'd you end up here? How did you end up here at the foundation? What's your journey?
So I was a school principal across the street for 10 years at Overbrook Educational Center, a public K-8 school in the Philadelphia School District. And directly across the street, this project was happening for a number of years. And the folks who were building this and restoring the golf course wanted an education partner, so had inquired about the use of my school building to talk to parents and interview some community members. And that's how the relationship started. And then they said, Meredith, there's a position open. We think you might be a good fit. And I said, I don't even know what TGR Learning Labs are. I don't know what this is. And I had family in California. So I flew there for a couple days, visited the Anaheim location, which Tiger started 20 years ago. And I spent a couple days out there interviewing kids and staff and just fell in love with it. And then I realized I could have a much bigger impact in the city. Instead of being at one school serving 300 kids, I could serve thousands with a much bigger platform in a really high quality way. And when I was out in Anaheim, I was thinking to myself, there's nothing like this in the entire city of Philadelphia, and I want this job badly. So I tried super hard on my interview, and I wanted it, and I am so happy and blessed because I love it. It doesn't even feel like work. It just feels organic, it feels natural, and it feels more like I'm a Catholic. It feels more like a calling, that I just was divine intervention, that Chris McGuire and Chris Lang and Jeff Shanahan were working on the project for years. And so I had a relationship with them before with the use of the school. And so it just kind of happened naturally. That was a long-winded response.
No. You take as long as you want, because this whole podcast is predicated on make a difference, and I obviously being aware of the project, but not being aware all the way on the inside working, the impact that this will have on Philadelphia, and most especially Philadelphia kids who really are looking for opportunities and experiences that just can't be provided, because so much of Philadelphia is get through your day, get through your day, get through your day. You're bringing vision here.
And it's a safe place for kids to feel inspired and to be empowered. And I said to a child the other day, I said, why do you like coming here? And she said, it's an escape from the chaos. And some other kids say they like to make friends. It's a beautiful space, and we're really lucky to be able to provide high quality programming for the children.
And if you could take us there. So the foundation, like in a primitive way, I'll ask this in an elementary school way. What do you do? What do you do all day?
We empower students to pursue their passions through education.
And where do the kids come from?
The greater Philadelphia region. So we wanted to partner with the local schools within a 1.5 mile radius, and we've expanded our reach. And so we've served over 6,500 children from local Catholic, public, charter, independent schools in the region. And we serve under-resourced children and support them to really have a post-secondary actionable plan for success. So they come in here, there's 3 pillars to our programming: STEAM, educational enrichment, career and college readiness, and health and well-being. And kids can explore, and then we help them figure out, okay, when you hit 18, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to a 4-year college? Do you want to go to a trade? Do you want to go into the workforce? And we sit with every child is different, and we sit with them and help them determine where they're passionate about and where they want to go.
I'm out. I'm not in this podcast ever again. Here you go, right here.
I have a new co-host.
What she has to do.
Phil, you're
What she's
gassing
doing.
me up
Make it-
today.
make a
You're,
difference
you're,
with
make,
Meredith
you're
Foote.
making my head blow
All
up.
right. So you have this wonderful experience at Lower Merion,
Mhm.
Haverford College. By the way, did you walk to Haverford College from Lower Merion? You just went across the street?
Well, I'm one of 7. So I have 3 sisters and 3 brothers. And my dad always wanted one of us to go to Haverford. So he said to all of us, you can go anywhere you want to college within 2 hours. So I was the closest.
Wow.
Yeah. And I had a great experience at Haverford College.
And where do you fit in the 7?
I'm the middle and I'm the favorite.
That's what I've heard.
As a fellow middle child,
Yeah.
I can attest.
Yeah,
we're usually the
Jared, you know
favorites.
what's up.
Yeah, we
We're
learn from the mistakes of
adaptable.
the older ones.
Yeah.
We're not as needy as the younger ones. Yeah.
I'm the oldest of
Exactly.
8.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
the oldest of 8.
Birth
Well,
order
one-
matters.
One passed away at birth, so
I'm sorry to hear that.
really raised up with 7. So you have this wonderful experience. Why education as a pursuit?
So my older sister, Emily, did a program called Teach for America in Atlanta. I was just enamored by my older sister and I wanted to be just like her. So I followed in her footsteps and I loved my experience at Haverford. I was an English major, so I like to read, I like to write, and I loved kids. And I naturally went into Teach for America, taught in Newark, New Jersey at a high school called Technology High School for 6 years. And then when Cory Booker was there and Mark Zuckerberg put money into the Newark public school system, I was there, and they created a position called a Chief Innovation Officer for a turnaround school. So I did that. And then I moved to Philly when I turned 30 and was a principal for a decade here.
Was your plan to always come back to Philadelphia?
Well, my dad passed away and I wanted to be closer to my sisters and my family. So then I moved back. And it's home, I love it here. So
Amen.
yeah,
Gets in
Philly
your
is
blood.
the best.
It gets in your blood and
Mhm.
and it never leaves.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you mentioned your sister and your father, because my next question is about role of family.
Mhm.
They're in you.
Yeah, family is everything. I have 6 built-in best friends. I have 10 nieces and nephews. We value family over everything. And I think if you have a strong family, 1, you have a ton of support. 2, I think I'm really blessed because everyone, we get into our little squabbles and then you get over it and you forgive. And I think that I'm really lucky that I have 3 older siblings who are really great examples. And, you want to be like them and you want to follow in the footsteps. And then we help out the younger ones.
Mhm.
So everyone's very helpful to each other. So it's kind of like whatever the structure that I was just happened to be born into is kind of what I create with the staff here. So we help each other out, we support each other, we'll correct each other. And everything is like you assume the best intentions in each other.
So the staff, is it dozens? Is it volunteers, full-time people?
Mhm. So right
This
now,
is not a one-person shop.
this place is successful because of the staff, and we have 10 full-time right now in this facility, and we're only going to grow. So the staff are all former educators. They're what make the kids want to come back. So the kids don't come back for the building or the technology. It's a beautiful space. They come back because they'll say to me, Miss Foote, where is Miss Van? Where is Miss Steph? Where is Mr. Riz? Where is Mr. Josh? They come back because they have great relationships with our staff who, 1, love kids, 2, who are skilled, and 3, have magnetic personalities. So you have to hire kids or staff who kids are attracted to and who they like, because that's why they come back. They come back because they want to be in a loving, safe place where they can learn from people that they like.
Speaking of this place, it's beautiful. We mentioned that, and when you think of the Tiger Woods Foundation, you immediately think golf, and clearly Cobb Creek right here, beautiful golf facilities. But there's so much more in this building that is provided for these kids. I mean, we took a walk through the multimedia lab, and just some of the many different. I mean, I believe you said that kids are able to host and try podcasting here even, and that's what we're doing right here right now. I mean, can you kind of go through what some of the I guess opportunities that are provided for these students are here?
Yeah, so today we have a field trip going on, and they have 3 activities that they're doing: circuitry, rocketry, and digital photography. Some of our most popular courses are 3D printing, using the makerspace, and entrepreneurship. The kids say to me, "Miss Foote, I want to learn how to make passive income." And I say, "Yeah, me too." I'm in the back taking notes.
Yeah.
And this is a place where you can do that. So our instructor that leads the entrepreneurship class, he has an Etsy shop where he sells little planters that he makes that are have the Philly sports teams on them. And then he shows the kids, this is how you can monetize your product. This is how you can set up an Etsy shop or an LLC. He's also a drone pilot. So at the end of their drone flying course, they can take the drone pilot's test, and then they can get paid by real estate firms or by local businesses. Our kids are skilled enough to be drone pilots because they've gotten the skills to take the test. So every course that a child goes through, if it's epidemiology or intro to medicine or forensics, every course is connected to careers, and we show them, these are the careers that you can go into. This is the amount of money that you'll make. This is the degree that you have to have, or the industry certificate, or the schooling that you have to have in order to make it happen. So if you like, let's say, digital photography, or you like podcasting, here are some of the careers that you can go into, and here's how you get there. So we want to, give youth a taste of different things and then help them discover what they like, because I'm out all the time. I interact with teenagers every day, and I say to them, what do you want to do when you are a senior, when you hit 18? And what's the most common response?
Make money.
Yes.
I don't know.
Phil, you're right. And Jared, you're also right. The primary response is, I don't know. So here we help them figure out what they enjoy.
So Meredith, you've had a long career in education, even though you're a vibrant young person. One student, one lesson that you've learned. I started this podcast with the idea of we're all lifelong learners, and we have a great day when we teach, and we have a great day when we learn. What have you learned from one student, one lesson that stayed with you for your whole career?
So Joshua is a student who's at our lab currently. He's a 10th grader at West Catholic, and it takes him 50 minutes to get here, 50. So he takes 2 buses and he walks here, and he comes daily, and he stays late, and he loves being here. He works in the makerspace. He's created all types of things. He just created he 3D printed a plant holder and coated it so that when the soil is dry, it waters itself. So the lesson that I learned from Joshua, which is what I want for every child, is that if you child the opportunity, there's no limit to their success. So our children just need opportunities, and then the sky is the limit.
Off air, we had a conversation about the community, but how does the entire Philadelphia community lift you up? How do they lift the foundation up so that we're all kind of rowing in the same direction for our youth?
So 3 ways you can lift us up. 1, spread the word. Let people know that we're here. Every Thursday at 10 a.m., we host community tours. Anyone can come in, and I'll give them a tour of the facility. Myself, Josh, a staff member. So 1, spread the word. 2, come for tours. And 3, this entire project in collaboration with the Cobb's Creek Foundation is a $180 million project in the city. We, Cobb's Creek Foundation, TGR Learning Lab Philly, we collaborate and have raised $130 million. So we have a little gap to go. We've got about $50 million to go in order to restore the entire course. When this driving range opens in a couple weeks, I want Phil, Jared, your grandkids, your cousins, your friends, I want you all to come and play because 100% of the proceeds go here. And then if you know anyone interested in helping us to reach our financial goal, please send them our way. And those are the 3 ways you can help lift us up.
Where was the foundation 2 years ago? And then if you would go further, where will you be 2 years from now?
2 years ago, we were working out of a little trailer doing mobile outreach with the local schools, having teachers bring little carts of material, going to back to school nights, going to McDonald's, going to the water ice stand, getting the word out there at the churches, really going out and doing mobile programming. Here we are today. We've served 6,400 children and we have 1,000 members. The goal within the next 2 years, like this year, we want to hit 8,500. Then in the next year, we want to hit a little bit more and hopefully have around 2,000 members and be serving upwards of 9,500 children. That's where we want to be in 2 years. I want a full house. I want the driving range up and bustling, lights on, bays full, restaurant hopping. I want lots of traffic, and I want this to be the premier spot for golfers in the city and the premier educational facility for students to explore their passions. And that'll take time, So
That's why I wanted to, like, where you've been, where we've all been. Yeah, it impacts where we are today.
mhm.
But that idea of having a vision to say in the Martelli minute, today's work directly impacts tomorrow's results.
Yeah,
So
100%.
what you do today is having just such a major impact. And what I love about it is it's in your eyes. It's in your confidence that you basically scratched the surface.
We are literally just getting started. And having this platform, having you here is such a blessing because more people are going to know about us. And we're so grateful, Jared, that you came and Phil, that you're here because we want you to feel also like you can pop in and come anytime. And that's the hope is that we get the word out
We'll
there.
be back. I absolutely. When you're in a special place, you know it, you feel it, you sense it. And when you're with a special person. So we always ask our guests this last question.
Mhm.
I have an idea where this will go. Who's made a difference in your life, Meredith?
So many people, countless people. I would say the number one person is my dad. And that would be the person.
Well, they're proud of you.
I hope
And
so.
they're proud of all that you've accomplished. And the beauty here is every day, have an impact. Every day we want people out there to make a difference. And they might think it's too small, or they get overwhelmed and thinks it's too big. Here you go. Here you go.
I have to say one thing. My mom too. She'd kill me, but her as well.
The moms always get a big shout out at the
Yeah.
end there. Yeah.
Mom's a
time.
race way ahead in this race.
Yeah.
Meredith, thank you.
Thank you.
You've inspired us. You've inspired the people that will check out all of our podcasts and our social media presence. And
Please come back.
the
I was
idea
gonna say,
that
I have many golfer friends that I'm sure would be happy to contribute to the cause with a nice new facility like
Oh,
this.
thank you and spread the word.
thank you. What can I say? What can I say? I am so appreciative of the people that reach out to us and let us know of these hidden gems all throughout the city. And every person that I talked to when I said we were coming here to meet with Meredith, they will they told me you'll walk away blown away. And what a presence, what a poise, and what a purpose.
I think that our goal here and the hope here is eliminate the term hidden gem. We want everybody to know about this place and every school in the area, because there are students that are getting terrific opportunities to set themselves up for a great future here, and they're going to keep building this and they're going to keep growing this, and I think it's a terrific opportunity for the youth in Philadelphia to set themselves up for their future educationally and professionally. And honestly, I might enroll us in one of these podcast courses. And I feel like there's always more we could be learning here too.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You got to learn and teach every day.
Nothing wrong. So now this segment that we've added because of basketball being in play is Coach's Corner. And as I wrote this idea, I think this applies to all of us. And I would say no matter what you're in, no matter what area you're in, write your script. Write your script. I've told this story often, maybe not in this setting, but October 15th, 1979, I ran my first basketball practice as the head basketball coach at Bishop Kenrick High School. We practiced for 3 hours and 10 minutes, and I was making it up as I went. I spent the whole year making it up. If I was watching out of bounds plays, I was thinking foul shooting. If I was watching foul shooting, I was thinking rebounding. And I just kind of did it on the fly. I had never sat and thought about a plan. And then Hall of Famer and dear friend Kathy Rush grabbed me that summer and said, let me see your plan. What did you plan to teach all year long? What did you plan to teach on a weekly basis? Let me see your daily plan. I had no idea what she was talking about. She sat with me at her summer basketball camp and took me through how to script a practice. From that moment forward, I never went on a basketball court without a script. Could be a 20-minute walkthrough, could be a 2-hour and 10-minute practice, could be a preseason practice, could be a postseason practice, could be a day before a game practice, but I had a script. So everybody out there is coaching in some way, shape, or form. This is Coach's Corner. Please, write it down. You will benefit because it takes the angst off of you. It never lets you feel pressured. You know what you want to accomplish. It allows you to sleep better, plan better, and to lead better when you write your script. Are there going to be deviations? I'm sure there are. But if you know what you want to accomplish in that day, in that practice session, then you're going to get there. You're going to end up wasting less time because everybody's involved in wasted time. Eliminate that. Eliminate that. Write your script, follow your script, and you'll be amazed at that. You'll be better as a leader. You'll be better as a coach, and your teams will be better. No one wants to follow someone who doesn't know where they're going. Those without a script, you don't know where you're going, so you don't know where you're going to end up. Coach's Corner.
I think everyone that watches this podcast can see just how much you script these episodes out. I mean, from the intro to Martelli Minute to everything like that. I mean, you've always been, I think that was like an incredible learning lesson for you. And it's something coaches need to take with them. It's just like, if you don't have yourself organized and planned out and what you need to accomplish, you're not going to accomplish anything.
I couldn't say it to you better. Like, I don't have any idea. And I do have an idea. And I apologize to those young coaches, those young players that I had my first year, because they were good players. They had a bad coach. They had a really bad coach because I didn't have a plan. And once I got a plan, I like to say to people, I became dumber. So I learned more. And I became more of a coach, of a true coach, because people want to follow someone that that knows where they're going.
And speaking of where you're going,
Holy mackerel. Last week was some week. And when I started to write this down, it was names that popped up. John Thompson, basketball coach at North Carolina Wesleyan, invited me to speak via, I thought it was Zoom, and it was a bit choppy getting started. We got started, but I spoke to the student leadership group, picked from every team, a number of student athletes, and I got to speak to them about all of these themes that resonate with me. Like, how do you build your team? How do you build it on respect? How do you build it on communication? How do you build it on daily improvement? We had a great chance to talk with them. Then the next day, and this was as joyful an experience as I've had, Judy and I went to Immaculata and we spoke to the men's and the women's team. And we've been talking about it for weeks, if not months. And she was never going to speak. Not my thing. And we got there, and that magic, that Mighty Mac magic hit, and Judy wowed the room with just her sincerity about the experience that she had playing basketball at Immaculata, but more importantly, the experience of going to school at Immaculata. And the fact that to this day, 55 years later, she still has 8 friends from her freshman year at Immaculata. They share everything. It was magical. The next day was a trifecta. Roger Gallo is a shooting guru in the Philadelphia area, up there with the greats like Herb McGee and George Lehman, Dave Hopla. Roger is a fascinating guy, writing a book. He's produced documentary just on shooting a basketball. And I had a chance to sit with him and him tell me about his experiences in pursuit of some NBA players who are in need of shooting instruction. He told me a wild story about Shaquille O'Neal, how he had Shaquille basically convinced to shoot left-handed free throws. And then I left there. Bill Werndell, another longtime Philadelphia icon figure in media. He invited me to his class. I spoke to his class in Exton, PA, about the NCAA, the state of the NCAA, where we're going, where I think we're going. That night, Alan Rubin's dinner, basketball junkies dinner at the Great American Pub in Conshohocken. Alan had the room full. They talked about high school basketball in Pennsylvania and New Jersey and the public league and the Catholic league and in the suburbs. They had a Jersey representative. They had a Delaware representative. I had a chance to speak before the local schools presented their program, and just guys wanting basketball news. Friday night, I had a chance to go to the Patriot Fund dinner at the Union League. Whatever it takes, if you have to get your grandchildren to help you, find Old Glory. It's a poem. It's a presentation. Old Glory. I could just tell you, I got to sit with a general, thank him for his service, thank his family for his service. Maybe 350 people in the room. They raised $1 million just by asking to help those veterans every step of the way. After they've served us, we need to serve them. Drove to New York Coaches Clinic. Can you imagine speaking? Stan Van Gundy spoke. Bob Hurley was speaking after me. Don Showalter, USA Basketball Youth Director, he was speaking. Joe Mantagna from Blair Academy was speaking the next day. So I drove up there, and I just have one comment. Just one comment, okay? GPS pops up on the dashboard or in the radio. You have 6 miles to your destination. Estimated time, 41 minutes. Come on.
That's New York for you.
That's my point. That's my point. But I got out of there in time, drove back.
You know, the train zips you up there pretty quick.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. And I zipped back to media. Judy was hosting the VCU team who was in town for the VCU Villanova exhibition game. 45 people at dinner. I got back in time for them to take the picture as they were walking to the bus. The Academy at Monsignor Bonner on Sunday, fighting the Birds. The Bonner players and the Prendergast players, Bonner, Prendergast players, male, female, fabulous job demonstrating. Renee Shields and Billy Cassidy presented. And how about this? Billy Cassidy, the head coach at Monsignor Bonner, it was his birthday, and he still came and helped with the Academy. So really appreciate that. We're going to talk a little bit further about the Academy. And then VCU at Villanova exhibition game. I want to say that again. Exhibition game. Exhibition game. As I read the social media posts from all these games, and
I need to know.
fans
I
who
need to
are
know
over
the
the
final.
top.
I need to see the box score.
Right.
It's
It's
going to
just-
determine how exactly I feel about the Rams and the Wildcats this
Yeah,
entire
just-
season.
just not a. And it was a preview because later in November, actually all in November, I'll be doing 3 Villanova broadcasts for ESPN Plus. And then where am I going?
That's just where you were.
That's where I was.
You know, there's only 24 hours in a day, right?
I'm well aware of it. I'm feeling it. I'm
You're stretching the
I'm-
limits.
banged up a little bit over it. Where I'm going, looking forward to a great phone call with Howard Baker, Baker Hoops at the Murphy Rec Center, interested in learning more about the Philadelphia Coaching Academy. Mike Spear from Shawnee, his area, Medford, they're looking forward to more information about the Philadelphia Coaching Academy. An NIT call because I'm going to be on that committee. Academy Prep, right? We're going to be talking to Andre Noble and Kai McNichol. They're serving this week at the Academy. The Academy this week. School of the Future, 9 to 12, Saturday morning. School of the Future, 9 to 12, Saturday morning. A number of local organizations are reaching out to help coaches. So if you want to connect, check it out. It is a remarkable, remarkable endeavor. Andre Noble is bringing his Imhotep team. They will be our demonstrators. But in Fairmount Park, Saturday morning, 9 to 12. Next Sunday, November 2nd, first and foremost, I know you start itching on Sundays. No Eagles game.
Bye week.
November 2nd, 12 to 3 at Archbishop Ryan. And we will have Greg Downer from Lower Merion and Joe Zaglinski. Chris Clark is going to join us from St. Joe Prep this Saturday. It would be great to get our numbers up and get people to get that juice going, because you think about it, it's the end of October, beginning of November. Yes, people are thinking birds, but here we have a chance for you to think hoops. And we're going to announce it right now. November the 15th, Saturday, November 15th, Philadelphia Coaching Academy is going to South Jersey. Timber Creek High School. We'll put that on, and we're going to invite everybody in that South Jersey region, middle school coaches, grade school coaches, travel team coaches, boys, girls, and we're going to do it at Timber Creek High School. And then other than that, I'll just be
Hanging out.
just
Relaxing.
hanging out,
Yeah.
relaxing a little bit. But we also have to add prepping for next Monday's podcast guest. Maybe the hottest name. I'll change that. Most stable name in college basketball will be joining us next Monday.
That's a That's a big tease. That's a big tease there. We're not going to drop it just yet, though.
Nope. No. We never bring it out.
No.
We never bring it out.
But it's going to be, that's going to be an
I'm
exciting
looking forward to it.
That one's going to be a lot of fun. Listen, they've all been a lot of fun.
Sure.
Come on. Give me a break, right?
How about this one?
This place feels very, very special in the sense that it's innovative. It is exciting. Kids seem excited to be here and excited to get opportunities to further themselves in their career, make friends, really do it all. And it's
safely.
a beautiful golf facility.
And
too.
safely.
Yes.
That's what Meredith was terrific. So everybody out there that has keep suggesting, because this makes me feel like we've made a difference, because she's making a difference and the foundation's making a difference, and you can make a difference with us. Please keep lifting us up. And to the young guy that yelled to me on Ethan Avenue yesterday, on Sunday, as I was walking to the Villanova game, he didn't yell that I was bald, and he didn't say, "Hey, were you you know what he said to me? Make a difference pod. That's the guy." So thank you.
There we go. That's the only plug you need nowadays. Well, our thanks again to Meredith Foote and TGR. This is an incredible space, and like I said, we'll keep hope to boost their profile as they continue to get this thing up and rolling. They're going to have this whole thing underway and open to the public very, very soon, which is going to be really exciting. But if you were looking to make a difference with Phil, head on over to pnjmakeadifference.com. That is where you can get in touch with Phil to tell him your story, to see how he can help you make a difference in the classroom, in the workplace, or on or off the court. We are at Make a Difference Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We are at Make a Diff Pod on X. Make a Difference with Phil Martelli on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to like and subscribe. Or if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. If you're looking for that Martelli Minute, it is at Phil_Martelli and the Philadelphia Coaching Academy this Saturday at School of the Future in Fairmount Park, starting at
9 a.m.
9 a.m. bright and early. Gonna be a lot of fun.
Registration starts at 8:15.
Hoping for another solid turnout. Some great coaches that will be in the mix, ready to give great instruction, and you're going to keep building it. You've already added another date, so clearly it's growing, it's building, which is extremely, extremely exciting. And speaking of growing and building, I think that there's a little bit of growth and a little bit of building to be made on that Philadelphia Eagles passing game after what we saw on Sunday.
What you saw on Sunday?
Yeah, that's fair.
Was that the academy?
No, you were. Yeah,
was that the academy?
Well, we had to split up. I had to keep an eye on the birds, and
people were yelling "Go Birds!" and in the gym while we were working out, and I'm fine with that. So I would just say, I can only say "Go Birds!"
Go Birds!